this book, the Bible, isn't as clear on the origin of demons as most of us would like. And so this is an area where well-meaning people have read the Bible and they've come to different conclusions. And I'll share the three most common or more popular conclusions that people have come to when it comes to this topic of demons and where they came from. The first one is a very popular idea today. It's this. The demons are the spirits of wicked people who've died, and somehow God allowed their souls or their spirits to leave Hades, which is the realm of the dead, and torment people who are living, maybe people who aren't living very good or upright lives. So these spirits of dead people, dead wicked people, they come into people who are living, and they make their life difficult. They possess them. And if they're not cast out, or if they're not gotten rid of, eventually they will drive them to death. It's a common idea today. And while this idea doesn't find any support in the Bible, it's not supported by the Bible, there are other ancient writings written around the time of the Bible that support this idea, which is probably part of the reason some believe it. But for me, personally, because it doesn't find support in the Bible, it's not an idea that I personally would be willing to hold to. But still, I suspect that this idea will remain popular for some time because it makes just great fodder for horror movies, right? I mean, you can just see it. Second, some trace the origin of demons to a supposed cohabitation between angels and certain women who lived before the flood. And this idea does find a reference in Scripture. It's in Genesis chapter 6. Genesis chapter 6, verse 6, I want to quote from verses 2 and 4. The sons of God saw that the daughters of men were beautiful, and they married any of them they chose. And then in verse 4, and had children by them. So some believe that demons are angels who broke God's laws, and they left heaven and they had intercourse or sexual relations with human women. And in my personal view, again, this doesn't have a lot of support. I think that idea is weak. Primarily because the word angel isn't used in this verse. It says sons of God, which could refer to a number of things, and does refer to a number of things in the Bible. What's more, in the New Testament, in Matthew 22, verse 30, Jesus taught that in heaven there's no kind of sexual relation, and that angels are sexless beings. Either incapable of intercourse, or at the very least, disinterested or uninterested in having relations with humankind. So I discredit the second view, and that's just my view. You can hold to it if you'd like. Still others hold to a third view, which is that demons may be identified with the angels who left their service of God during a rebellion that was led by Satan. Okay, so they're angels that followed an angel named Satan, and they rebelled against God, and they then, as punishment, became demons. And this idea finds support in Revelation chapter 12, verse 7, 8, and 9. Let me read that. Then there was war in heaven. Michael and the angels under his command fought the dragon and his angels. And the dragon lost the battle and was forced out of heaven. This great dragon, the ancient serpent, called the devil or Satan, the one deceiving the whole world, was thrown down to the earth with all his angels. Now personally, I find this third view the most convincing. I see strong parallels between this third view of where demons originated with the fall of humankind into sin. If pride and rebellion were the cause of humanity's fall into sin, which we read about in Genesis chapter 3, then it stands to reason that pride and rebellion also resulted in angels falling away from God, and as punishment becoming demons, or being referred to as demons, or minions of Satan. But this being said, the question of the origin of demons is still not settled. You're entitled to have your opinion. I just shared the three most common views. There are actually at least 5 pretty common views. So you can make up your own mind about what to believe with regard to this. The fact that there's room for disagreement, and the fact that you can have your own opinion, clearly puts this whole topic of the origin of demons into Core Value 7 area. River City Church has 8 core values, and core value 7 is this: that at River City Church we value unity on the essentials of the Christian faith, but we also value understanding and freedom of differences of opinion on non-salvation or non-essential issues in the Bible. So it's okay to disagree, and you can have your opinion. Third question: what do demons do? What's their purpose? Do they have a purpose? Well, if you accept what I had just said, which is this, that if demons are fallen angels who chose to follow Satan in rebellion against God, then it stands to reason that demons are minions of Satan, or servants of Satan. And as servants of Satan, you can be sure that they're up to no good, right? I don't think you can be a servant of Satan and be like a Mother Teresa. Satan, or the serpent as he is often referred to throughout the Bible, even in that passage I just read, is spoken of in every major division of the Bible, Old Testament, New Testament, and in all the major sections, and is referred to as the supreme evil spirit. His activities can affect the physical and the spiritual, which means that demons too, maybe to a lesser degree, can affect the physical and the spiritual well-being of people. Satan works to conceal truth. In fact, in John 8, verse 44, he's called the father of lies. And so it would stand to reason that the demons, to some degree, attempt to conceal truth from me and from you. Satan tempted Jesus and tried to distract him from the mission that God the Father had given him. And so by way of extension, demons tempt people and try to keep people's focus, especially believers' focus, from fulfilling the mission that Christ has given. Satan sows seeds of doubt, and so do demons, especially about Jesus. They want us to doubt who he is and what he came to do and what he does for those who follow him. Satan hinders missionary work, and so do demons, which makes me wonder, since River City Church bills itself as a mission-driven church, committed to people who don't go to church, to what degree do or have demons hindered the work of this church? I mean, I can't answer that, but it certainly makes me wonder. I guess if I had to sum up the aim of Satan and his demons, it would be this: that together these evil spiritual forces aim to get your focus off of Christ. Hebrews 12 verse 2 says, "Let us fix our eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith." And in a word, demons try to do everything but that. They try to get you to do everything but. Now, according to the Bible, there is an existence beyond the physical. There are active, intelligent beings that are not physical. And if you identify yourself as a follower of Jesus Christ and you ignore this fact, I think you do so at your own peril. I, for one, can't read about the wickedness of humanity or how far we sometimes stoop without believing in the reality of unseen, evil, spiritual forces. I have a hard time accepting that the abduction and murder of 8-year-old Tori Stafford was simply the work of sick individuals and not also influenced by demons who delight in anarchy and evil. And when I say that, I don't mean to take away from the culpability of the perpetrators. I'm just saying there's more than meets the eye. Or looking at the actions of North Korean leader Kim Jong-il, I can't believe that this past week's dance with destruction was simply the work of a deranged leader and not also influenced by demons who delight in chaos and suffering. And this is just the tip of the iceberg where suffering and evil in our world are concerned. We're the